Morning. I've been talking a lot lately about the redundancy process and different elements of that process. One of the most fundamental parts of any redundancy process is consultation, a genuine and meaningful consultation. So I'm going to talk about what that means today, but I'm only going to be talking about it in the context of an employer that's making less than 20 employees redundant. If an employer is considering more than that over a 90-day period, or a TUPE transfer or something, there are some different rules surrounding those different situations. But in a situation where it's less than 20, the types of things that you should be discussing during any consultation process is, firstly, why you're making the redundancies in the first place. What is the business justification for making the redundancies? What are the plans, and what will the process look like? You ought to share the redundancy criteria. You may have thought about a different need in the future for you as a business in terms of skills and experience, so help the employees going through the redundancy process understand those as well. It's a time to make it meaningful. It's a time where you can, with the employees, discuss any ways in which the redundancies could be reduced or avoided, and listen to their concerns and listen to their ideas and suggestions. You don't have to agree, but it is really important that you seriously consider those. In terms of how you consult, you don't have to do it face-to-face. You can do it remotely. I would say make sure that any managers involved in the process are adequately trained and that they're really fully informed about the redundancy process, but also why it's happening, so that in those meetings they can answer questions which may arise. Parts of the consultation could be in groups or in teams, but you really should have at least one consultation with the individual alone. And I'd consider whether they can bring someone as well to accompany them, either a colleague or something like that. Not a person from outside of work, but somebody from inside work. Consultation process, there's no real length stipulated as to what that consultation process should look like. So you can bring it to an end when you feel that you can demonstrate that the consultation has been meaningful and has been genuine. You don't have to reach agreement to end a consultation process. You just have to be able to demonstrate that you've genuinely considered ideas that have been put forward, and then the consultation process can be ended. The redundancy process and all of the different elements of the redundancy process is really important to get right, because there are lots of ways in which it could be found to be unfair. So I would suggest, if you are considering redundancies, think about it early, plan early, and seek HR support and guidance to make sure that you know what you're doing in terms of the process and the documentation required. As always, feel free to contact me. Contact details are at the top of my LinkedIn profile if you need any help at all or have any questions. Have a good day.